Hey, how you doing today? My name's Relyea, and thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to go over all of the different animations for a Lynel crusher. When you go up against a Lynel for the first time, you don't know what they're going to throw at you. You don't really know what attack they're going to do, and you don't really know how to prepare yourself until now. I'm going to break down every single animation one at a time and show you all of the different options you have to be able to counter every single one of those attacks. By the end of this video, you'll know how to take down a Lynel without a single problem, and you'll be taking these things down one after another, and you'll be able to farm them for parts, you'll be able to make expensive Lynel elixir recipes, and you'll be hunting down the Lynels for their very powerful weapons. The first Lynel that we're going to be farming today is directly south of the Shrine of Resurrection at the Ishto Sho Shrine. Just below the cliffs is Osira Plains. You'll see I marked on the map right where the Lynel is, so let's go ahead and travel there right now. So from the shrine, you're going to want to go ahead around to the back right-hand side. The Lynel's going to be down below the cliffs in the same spot every single time. So before you even go fight the Lynel, let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. The first thing that you're going to want to get yourself set up with is some food, because you're going to want some attack buff. And also, you're going to want to have a couple of full heals, just in case you do take a hit. It's going to take up pretty much all of your life, so you want to have a couple of those on hand. After you have your food squared away, the next thing that you're going to want to have is put on some barbarian armor. You want to have all of the attack that you possibly can have, because it makes such a difference when taking down a Lynel. I personally like to wear Link's OG outfit. The only thing is they have these silly little shorts that they make him wear for his full outfit, and I think they look dumb. Let me know in the comments down below if you think that his shorts do not work for you. I personally like using these Hylian trousers. So now the weapon and armor setup. So first off, pick a decent shield. The next thing you want to check out is your bow and arrow. If you got a multi-shot, definitely go with a multi-shot. You can use the regular arrows, but Lynels drop electric arrows, so you feel free to use those. I think they work a little bit better. After that, you want to pick a weapon that does the most damage possible, because when you're riding on their back, your weapon won't lose any durability at all, so you can use this to beat them down. After all that, we're finally ready for battle. We got our weapon set up, we got our armor set up, and an attack up recipe if you think you need it. So go ahead and glide down here, and the Lynel will show up as you get a little bit closer to the ground. So just be ready for him to turn around and kind of move a little bit, and just land right on his back. From here, you're going to be able to hit him a good 4 or 5 times before he flings you off, so be ready to do a slow motion bow and arrow shot right to the back of his head. If you hit him right in the middle of the back of the head, you'll get those critical hit shots that you really need. As soon as you land, tap the Y button once and change your weapon to a short sword or something that you can use with a shield. When he kind of runs around in a circle like this, he'll usually do one pass, and then just be ready to press the A button at the right time to deflect his attack. At the very least, always hold the LZ button to keep your shield out, so in that way if you miss a dodge, at the very least you'll have your shield out and you'll only take a very little bit of damage. If you know a charge is coming, you can also stasis, and that will also stop him in his tracks and give you a chance to do a little bit of damage. Again, if he puts a club above his head, you know that he's going to be charging at you, and you can stop him in his tracks. Step out of the way, and you won't be taking that damage. I do not suggest trying to jump out of the way when he does one of these charges, because it almost never works. I highly suggest just keeping your shield up and pressing A at the right time to deflect his attack, like you see here. It's far more likely to work, and if he's close by, just be ready for the next attack, this swing attack. It is very, very easy to mess up because it comes by so quick. If you see him bring his club up at an arc, you know that you really need to just start backflipping out of the way. So, as soon as you see it, just backflip, backflip, backflip. That's the best thing that you can do. Try to make some distance between you and him. When in doubt, backflip for the win. So the next attack coming up is the Club Smash. And really, I'm just making up the names for these as I go along. So if you've got a better name other than Club Smash, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But what you really want to be doing is just jumping out of the way to the side, because you're going to get that flurry attack almost every single time. If you're really quick, you can hit him with stasis and get a couple of quick hits in that way. And after that, the best defense, I think, is doing the shield deflect. Just practice it over and over again, and you're going to have it down in no time. Another option is to quickly pull out your bow, get a critical hit, and then mount the Lynel after you get a couple of hits in. Once you mount him, you can get 5 hits on his back, and then he'll fling you off where you can get another couple of shots with the arrow to the back of his head. You can usually get about 3 of them. Just don't forget that as soon as you land, to tap the Y button to pull out your sword and get your shield out for whatever the next attack is going to be. And if you didn't know already, you can actually change weapons in the middle of a flurry rush, so you can actually use one of your bigger, stronger weapons that you wouldn't normally want to use against a Lynel because you want to always have that shield out. The last thing I want to show you is that you can also use your Burst's Fury to go ahead and stun the Lynel, which is always a great defensive option. The best part is that you're going to be able to hit him a couple of times, mount on his back, hit him 5 more times, and then hit him in the back of the head with a couple of arrows. It's a really great combination. If the Lynel runs away and puts the weapon behind his back, you know that he's going to be charging directly at you and pretty quick. So there's a couple of different options. One is to jump out of the way so you get that flurry rush going. The next option is to do a shield deflect, or you can also put him into a stasis and then just jump out of the way. The next attack I'm going to call the Primal Yell. When you see him do this large scream, you know that he's going to send out a blast in a big area. All you have to do is run out of the way and also pull out your bow and arrow, because you have the perfect opportunity to get a critical hit. It's not going to happen every single time, but when you get that critical hit, again, you have that chance to do the combination where you hit him on the back, mount him, and then get a couple more hits in, and then use your bow and arrow. You're going to get so much damage this way. If you can find out how to do this combination over and over again, you're going to be set up. The last attack I'll be showing you today is the Fireball. All you need to do is run off to the side, but also make sure that you're getting slightly closer to him with every Fireball. Once you get all the way to the side, you'll be able to pull out your bow and arrow and get that critical hit. That's what you want to be doing over and over again, is try to see how many critical hits you can get every time you fight a Lynel, because that's how you're going to take down the Lynel as quickly as possible. So next, there's a couple of things you want to watch out for, and that is, do not try to jump up in the air when you see an updraft. If you try to get up in the air with an updraft, he's going to pull out his bow and arrow, and you do not want to get in a bow and arrow fight with a Lynel, because even if you get a critical hit on him, he is going to tag you. If not the first shot, the second. My last tip for you today is do not fight a Lynel when you are uphill, because even if you do jump up out of the way, his smash attack will do an area of effect damage and you are going to get hit. So never try to be uphill from a Lynel. It's completely opposite of Sun Tzu's Art of War. It's video game logic, and you just don't want to do it. So now that I've shown you every single Lynel animation, at least for a Lynel holding a crusher, you should be able to just farm Lynels over and over and over again. I really hope that you learned something from this video, and if you did, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and drop a like. I really appreciate it, and thanks for stopping by.